Hey guys, what's up? I'm Yalek, and today's Boom Beach video I'm going to show you 3 successful attacks, which however does not mean I'm going to show you 3 good hits. Um, the first one, this just was straight fugly. If you notice, I win this with 1 Zuka left remaining. And this would not be possible even without the critters and without the bad layouts. Plan, as always, is to try to sort of cut this base in half. The landing was not the smoothest there. Probably going to have critters coming out as soon as Everspark pops out. There she goes. And there we're flaring the cannon, trying to get a little separation. Did not, and you will notice already my heavies are gone. They just got ripped up. So my idea on this one was just to get away as quickly as possible. With Everspark, and let this guy basically fund my critter swarm. Where is that 1 Zuka? There she is. And nothing is focused on her. I'm already down to the 1 Zuka. I've never done an attack like this where, first of all, I mean, this is just one on the strength of critters alone. Second of all, there's just this 1 Zuka walking around this base, and nothing is paying attention to her. And I am just hoping that the critters can keep alive long enough for this HQ to go down, and I couldn't believe it, but it worked. Probably one of the messiest wins you'll ever see. That's what's called a Pyrrhic victory, which is winning, but winning ugly. You'll see something very similar here. I don't know why people do this. The base is similarly constructed. Very similar approach. Again, just trying to cut some of his base out of the calculation. And again, this is all undefended in the back. This guy's pressed a little bit more forwards with his base design. We're in the blind spot of that rocket. And here, flared away. I'm going to use the GBE. Took out shock launcher to the left. And we're going to collect that GBE for shocks later. We'll speed that up. And again with the critters. Just critters, critters, critters. When people do this, it's almost like having a piggy bank back there. All of that GBE in the back becomes sort of like a slush fund. And this guy is fueling his own destruction. I don't know why people do it, but a lot of people do it. Maybe they're just unaware of critters at this level. I don't know. Either way, I'm sorry, my screen keeps going dark. I've got the timeout set to, I think it's 15 seconds, and we're going to change that because that's annoying. So that is 2 attacks, and again, this one I did have a couple of heavies remaining, as you see, but 2 attacks where I just really won. A little bit of smoking, a little bit of flanking, but really winning on the strength of the critters. And then finally, this morning, this is much better, I would say, than the last 2. I thought the landing here was pretty decent. Again, same sort of design. All of the economy buildings are at the back. Those have uses. Those can have uses when you're designing your base. Don't just stuff them back there and leave them for me to grab later. This guy has put that rocket way off to the side. So drop the heavies out a little front, let the Zookas gather, flare over the Zookas, and then here I'm going to use a reflare technique. So we flare over to the side of the smoke and then out to the machine gun, so the heavies will walk forwards a bit. In the blind spot of the rocket launcher, it saw some critters, I think, but I have not used that technique a whole bunch, but it is becoming more important for me to learn, so I figured I'd practice it here. And in this case, I didn't even have to go running to the back to grab the GBE. I felt like I had enough just to go straight at the HQ to take him down. I don't know why people do it. You've just looked at 3 base designs that were... you see these a lot at the mid-level. Don't put your buildings all back there. Spread them around. This serves a purpose here. Why is it... oh, yeah, it's 3 GBE for somebody who wants it, but while he's on my beach shooting at this, I've got stuff shooting at him. At the higher level, you see players who are stacking the bigger buildings, in particular around their HQ, to make it so that there's no parking spots available. This works particularly well against heavy Zooka attacks. Well, smoky Zooka attacks, not like this sort of attack. But yeah, there is a reason for putting those buildings around your base like this. So use them, and don't, if you're going to put them at the back of the base, for God's sakes, please defend them a little bit, at least a little bit. 1 machine gun back there, and my critters are neutralized. So anyway, it's going to be a short one for today. Hope you like the video. Give me a thumbs up if you do. I'm out.